Hi, let's discuss frequency count method. In previous lecture, I discussed how we can analyze non-recursive algorithm or iterative algorithm by using the sum expression. But that is limited to only if for loop is incrementing by 1. For different type of for loop, we cannot apply that sum expression. So let's discuss frequency count method that is applicable for all type of loop. For loop, while loop, for every type of loop, we can use this method. First example, for I equals to 1, I less than equals to n, I plus plus and some statement is given. This is the first example. Here I will show every statement how many time it is executing. I will count every statement execution. Next example onward I will show how many time basic operation is executing. So here this statement I equals to 1. This is the initialization. It will execute only once. Then I less than equals to n. This will execute n plus 1 time. When I value will be n plus 1, it will compare with n. It is not less than equals to n, so it will fail. Next, this statement will execute n time for I value less than equals to n. Next, I plus plus initial I value is 1, so I plus plus it will be 2 till n plus 1. So how it is executing? First it will do the initialization, next it will compare with n, then it will execute the statement, then it will increment. So loop will continue like this, then again it will compare with n, then statement, increment like this. We don't need to check every statement is executing how many time. We just need to find how many time basic operation is executing. And here basic operation is this statement. How many time this statement is executing, that is our priority. So this statement is executing n times. So running time will be theta of n. You can also write this for loop in some expression. I equals to 1 to n 1, as there is just one statement for every I statement is executing 1, so we can write 1. So n minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 will be cancelled, we'll get n. Running time is theta of n. Let's see example 2. If it is decrementing, initially I value is n, I greater than equals to 1, I minus minus, so it will run till I value is greater than equals to 1, and inside for loop some statements are given. So I will just show how many times this statement will execute. For first iteration, I value will be n. For second iteration, I value will be n minus 1. Then for third iteration, it will be n minus 2. Up to at n iteration, I value will be 1. Then for n plus 1 iteration, I value will be 0. And 0 value is not greater than equal to 1. So it will fail. So at n plus 1, it will fail. How many times this statement is executing? It is executing n time. As you are doing n iteration, at n plus 1 it is fail. Up to n iteration, it is executing this statement. So running time will be theta of n. Whether it is incrementing or decrementing, running time will be same, theta of n. Let's say another example, example 3. I value is 1, I less than equals to n, I plus equals to 2, means every time it is incrementing by 2. And some statements are given inside for loop. Now for first iteration, I value will be 1. For second iteration, I value will be 1 plus 2, as it is incrementing by 2. Then for third iteration, it will be 1 plus 2 multiplication 2. It is 1 plus 2 plus 2. This 2 plus 2 we can write as 2 multiplication 2. Then for fourth iteration, it will be 2 plus 2 plus 2. So that thing we can write 2 multiplication 3. Like this, for k iteration, it will be 1 plus 2 multiplication k minus 1. As you can see, for 3, it is multiplication 2. For 4, it will be multiplication 3. So for k, it will be multiplication k minus 1. Let's assume that this is running up to k time. After k, it is fail. After k, it is fail means for k plus 1 iteration, it fail. What will be I value at k plus 1 iteration? It will be 1 plus 2 multiplication k. So when it will fail, when 1 plus 2 multiplication k value is greater than n, it will fail. Till it is less than equals to, it will work. Assume that it is less than equals to, and here this is greater than. So when 1 plus 2 multiplication k greater than n, it will fail. So just solve this. This 1 will take to right side. 2k greater than n minus 1. So k will be n minus 1 divided by 2. Approximately we can say k equals to n. So running time will be theta of n. Whether it is incrementing by 1, incrementing by 2, incrementing by 3, incrementing by 4, incrementing by any number, running time will be theta of n. Also, if it is decrementing by 1, decrementing by 2, 3, any number, running time will be theta of n. So for increment and decrement, it will be theta of n. Next example 4, I equals to 1, I less than equals to n, I equals to I multiplication 2. And some statements are given. Now for first iteration, I will be 1. For second iteration, I will be 1 multiplication 2, so it will be 2. Then for third iteration, it will be 1 multiplication 2 multiplication 2. So this thing we can write 2 square. Just mark when it is 3, your power is 2. Then for fourth iteration, it will be 2 power q. Like this, for k iteration, it will be 2 power k minus 1. As for 3, power is 2. For 4, power is 3. So for k iteration, power will be k minus 1. Up to this, it execute. In next iteration, it will be fail. Just assume it execute k time. At k plus 1, it will fail. So for k plus 1, what will be I value? It will be 2 power k. Now when 2 power k is greater than n, it will be fail. 2 power k is greater than n. Till less than equals to n, it will work. When it is greater than n, it will fail. Now take log both sides. So log 2 power k greater than log n. Log 2 power k, that we can write as k log 2, and we know log 2 base 2, this value is 1. So you can write k greater than log n. Approximately you can say k is equals to log n, and running time will be theta of log n. If I value is multiplying by 2, then running time will be theta of log n. If it is multiplying by 3, then running time will be log n base 3. If it is multiplying by 4, then running time will be theta of log n base 4. It is multiplying by 2, so running time is theta of log n base 2. If it will multiply by 3, theta of log n base 3. If it will multiply by 4, theta of log n base 4, like this. If it will be multiplied by 10, then running time will be theta of log n base 10. Let's see example 5. For I equals to n, I greater than equals to 1, I equals to I divided by 2. Previous example was multiply by 2. Here it is divide by 2, and some statement is given. Now for first iteration, I value will be n. For second iteration, I value will be n divided by 2. Then for third iteration, it will be n divided by 2 divided by 2. It's like this, n divided by 2 divided by 2. That we can write as n divided by 2 square. So for third iteration, I value is n divided by 2 power 2. Like this, it will continue. For k iteration, I value will be n divided 2 power k minus 1. Just assume up to k it will execute, then at k plus 1 it will fail. So for k plus 1 iteration, I value will be n divided 2 power k. So n divided 2 power k, when it will be less than equals to 1, it will fail. Till I value is greater than equals to 1, it will work. When it is less than equals to 1, it will fail. Now n divided 2 power k is less than equals to 1, it will fail. So we can take this 2 power k to right side. N less than equals to 2 power k. If we will take log both sides, log n will be less than k. We can say approximately k value equals to log n. So running time will be theta of log n. Whether it is multiplying by 2 or divided by 2, running time will be theta of log n base 2. If it will multiplied by 3, it will be theta of log n base 3. If it will be divided by 3, running time will be theta of log n base 3. If it is multiplying by x, running time will be theta of log n base x. If it is divided by x, then also running time will be theta of log n base x. So whether it is multiplying or dividing, running time will be theta of log n base x. If it is multiplying by 2, theta of log n base 2. If it is multiplying by 3, theta of log n base 3. If it is dividing by 5, theta of log n base 5, like this. Just remember this as a formula that you can easily find the running time. You don't need to do frequency count method. Just remember, for this type of algorithm, running time will be this. So for addition and subtraction, it will be theta of n. For multiplication and division, it will be log of n. Base will vary whether it is multiplying by 2, 3 or any number. Base will vary according to this number. In next lecture, I will discuss some more example. If this lecture is helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Thank you.